Hi, my name's Emily and I'm a weddings and portrait photographer. The pandemic has had a really big effect on the industry as a whole over the past year now. Sometimes we haven't been able to work at all, but when we have been able to work, given the circumstances, we've had to make sure we're doing so safely. The last thing we want to be doing is unknowingly spreading and contributing towards the spread of COVID-19. Working in events, you're often working in crowds, with crowds, you're surrounded by a lot of people, you're having to be interactive, and that is a major element of our job that we can't remove. I came across the Lab Solutions lateral flow tests, which has been really useful as we've had some updates when things can start to open up again, when we can return to events. We've obviously got some hesitancy that's going to be there. COVID-19 doesn't just sort of disappear overnight. It's still going to be a factor in our industry for quite a time to come, and something that we're going to have to deal with and find a positive way of dealing with it. We really want to get back to normal, you know, whatever that's going to be, and we need to find a way that we can get back to normal as an industry. As things open up again, I'm going to continue to take the lateral flow tests. When we did the research, a lot of the tests out there were very expensive, and some took days to get the results back. The great thing about the Lab Solutions lateral flow tests is they're really simple to take, they're really cost effective, making them commercially viable, and the results are in 15 minutes. The great thing about this is that we can all take a test on the morning of a shoot and get a result within 15 minutes, knowing that we're not taking COVID to a location, and then after the shoot we can all take a test again to make sure that we haven't picked up COVID from a location. They've almost sort of worked as really great health passes to know that we're not contributing towards the spread of COVID-19. I'll be honest, the test isn't pleasant. I think we've all heard about how the COVID-19 tests are carried out. You have a swab and you take a sample from the back of your throat and from the back of both nostrils, and then you then place that swab into sort of a little test tube with some saline solution in, give it a swirl round, put the pipette on top of the vial, and then you place what's in that vial onto this little cassette. Place a couple of drops of the liquid solution on there, and you leave that to sit for 15 minutes. So by the time you've taken the test, made yourself a cup of tea, and come back, you've got your positive or negative result. The other great thing about the test from Lab Solutions is that they also come with this really useful app. So once you've taken the test, you can scan a picture of the test and it analyses it just to back up the result that you've taken, and it also puts it onto a database. So as a team going to a shoot or to a location, we can all take a test in the morning, we can all log in, put our results in, and we can see if we've tested negative or positive, who, and sort of by what time, and the result obviously, which is really reassuring. So for the future of the sort of weddings and the events industry and the sort of film and photography industry going forward, like I said, we've got some dates set out, which is really hopeful, really positive, but we need to sort of find some ways that we can continue to operate safely. So I'm definitely going to be continuing to use the lateral flow tests. Like I said, they're really easy to take, and the results are really quick, and it's just reassuring knowing that you're not potentially contributing towards the spread of COVID-19. I'm definitely going to recommend these going forward. They're a great way to sort of be reassured that you're not unknowingly spreading the virus in any way, and it means that we can safely enjoy events again.